All right, let's jump right in and take a look at this, aprofitableday.com. So honestly, my first impression, it's a lot going on. There are business listings and blog posts, and they're offering all kinds of marketing stuff. It's a busy website, that's for sure.
Yeah, I can see that it's visually pretty dense, but I guess for a site calling itself a business directory, maybe that makes sense, right?
Yeah.
They want to give off this vibe of like, we have it all. And that big get listed today button right there in the middle. Yeah, that's a pretty strategic choice.
Definitely. It's like, don't worry about all this chaos. Just join us.
Yeah.
But yeah, speaking of listings, they do have a ton, over 7,600 in the U.S. alone. And we're talking about everything here. You've got your typical accountants, sure, but then there's, wait for it, a race car builder.
Wow, a race car builder.
Yeah, who knew you could find that online?
That's amazing. So many different kinds of businesses. Do you think all this variety tells us something about who they're trying to attract? Like, could this site actually be good for super niche businesses? The ones that are really struggling to get noticed?
That's a really interesting thought. Okay, you ready for this? I want to show you some highlights from their top-rated businesses section, the worldwide one. The names alone are amazing. Okay, we've got Play to Earn Sports, then there's VYU, Metaverse Information Technology. It's like looking into the future of business right here, right now.
Wow, those are some really interesting picks. What do you think this says about their target audience then? Are they going for the traditional businesses, the cutting edge tech folks, or are they trying to be everything to everyone?
No, I'm not sure yet, but maybe their blog will give us some clues. The titles are definitely eye-catching, like 10 ways to promote your business today. Oh, and then there's consider having a video podcast created about your business. I mean, they're definitely trying to be more than just a place to list your business.
Right. It's almost like they want to be a whole hub for business resources and advice, which is smart if they can pull it off. But the question is, are they just talking the talk or can they actually walk the walk?
Well, they definitely make a strong argument. I took a look at their why be listed in a directory for $4.95 per month section. They call it your second website. And they're pushing the benefits of increased visibility, backlinks, all that good stuff. You're talking about building credibility too.
Okay, so second website. That's clever. It really plays into the idea that every business needs a strong online presence. What stands out to you the most about their pitch? Do you buy what they're selling?
Yeah, it's definitely tempting, especially for businesses that, maybe don't have the budget for a fancy website or a whole marketing campaign. But something I was curious about is that reputation marketing thing they mentioned. What exactly does that even mean?
Well, it's all about managing your online image, which is super important these days. And it looks like aprofitableday.com offers services like creating those 5-star review videos. And they also help businesses handle online feedback, both good and bad.
Okay, so they're not just helping you get listed, they're helping you manage what people are saying about you online, which is pretty smart. I mean, reviews are everything these days, right?
Exactly. Think about it. You're way more likely to trust a business with tons of positive reviews. It's all about building that trust, that credibility. They're almost like a digital PR agency in a way.
Totally. Okay, remember how we were talking about them having different strategies for different types of businesses? Like they had that whole dentist marketing section?
Oh, yeah, right? It would make sense for them to tailor their advice. Because what works for a dentist might not work for, say, a tech startup, right?
Exactly. Oh, here's a blog post called 5 Ways to Attract New Dental Patients. Let's see. They talk about local SEO, online appointment booking, using social media for patient testimonials.
Okay, so it's not exactly groundbreaking stuff, but it's practical. They're focusing on those solid strategies that businesses can actually use.
Yeah, it's like having a marketing consultant, but without the huge price tag. They're making this knowledge accessible to businesses that, might not have a whole marketing team.
Exactly. Hey, remember that VYU Metaverse Information Technology listing, the one that caught our eye? I wonder if they have a whole section for metaverse businesses.
Ooh, good question. Let's see. No dedicated metaverse marketing section yet, but they do have a category for crypto blockchain, cryptocurrency businesses.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, they're trying to be a forward-thinking platform, so it makes sense that they're not shying away from these new technologies. They're embracing them.
Right, so they've got marketing advice, reputation management. They're catering to niche industries. Is there anything they don't do?
Well, they're not actually running the businesses themselves, right? They're creating a platform, a space for businesses to connect with potential customers, like a digital matchmaker, kind of.
Ooh, I like that analogy. But the big question is, are they actually making successful matches? To figure that out, we need to think like a user. So imagine you need a plumber. Would you go to aprofitableday.com first, or would you just go straight to Google?
That's a tough one. It's the dilemma a lot of people face these days. With search engines and all these specialized platforms, it's tough for the old school business directory model.
Right, and yet here's aprofitableday.com claiming to be your second website with all these bells and whistles. So are they defying the odds, or are they clinging to something that's fading away?
Yeah, that's the question. To figure that out, we need to dig deeper. What makes them unique? What value are they offering that might attract both businesses and users? Let's start with their listings. What kind of information do they provide, and how is it presented?
Okay, let's see. I'm looking at a few random listings. It seems pretty standard. You've got the business name, a short description, contact info, sometimes a star rating. Some even have photos and videos, which is nice.
Yeah, visuals are always good. They make a listing stand out. But what about the descriptions themselves? Are they giving us good information? Are they using keywords for search engines? And most importantly, are they engaging?
It's a mixed bag, honestly. Some are just boring lists of services, but some actually tell a story, which is way more interesting.
That's a great point. Businesses really need to use those listings to stand out, show some personality, differentiate themselves from the competition.
Absolutely. Oh, I noticed some listings have a featured tag. What's that all about?
I'm guessing that's a premium feature they offer. It's a common way for directories to make money, and it gives businesses a boost in visibility. Pretty smart move on their part.
Okay, so we've looked at the listings.
Yeah.
But what about the user experience? Like, let's say I'm on aprofitableday.com and I need a plumber. Where do I even start?
Well, they have that big search bar at the top. You could try typing in plumber in your location, see what comes up.
All right, let's give it a shot. Plumber, and whoa, that's a ton of results. But they are organized by location, with the closest ones at the top.
Okay, that's helpful. Convenience is key, especially for local services. People want someone nearby, and they want them fast.
Right. Each listing shows the name, address, phone number, a brief description. And some have star ratings and customer reviews, which is super important.
Absolutely. That's where that reputation marketing comes in again. Those reviews can make or break a business.
For sure. I always check reviews before I try a new place or hire someone. Okay, so I've found a few plumbers with good reviews. Now what? Do I have to call each one individually?
It depends on how they've set up their contact system. Ideally, there would be a way to send inquiries or request quotes directly through the site.
Let's see. Oh, there's a contact button on each listing, and clicking it opens a form where you can send a message to the business owner.
Okay, so pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
That's good. It streamlines the process, makes it easier for users to connect with businesses. Plus, aprofitableday.com can track those interactions and gather data on user behavior.
Right. So I've sent out a few inquiries. Now we wait. Overall, the experience wasn't bad. Finding plumbers was easy, and the contact system is convenient.
That's encouraging. A user-friendly interface is so important for any online platform. If it's too complicated, people will just go somewhere else.
Totally. But what if I'm not looking for a local service? What if I need something unique, something I can't just find at any store?
Now that's where aprofitableday.com's huge and diverse range of listings could really shine. Let's put them to the test. What are you thinking?
Let's get creative. How about a handmade leather journal with a custom design?
Ooh, I love it. Let's see if aprofitableday.com can connect you with an artisan who can make that.
Okay, typing in handmade leather journal. I'm getting some results, but they're mostly mass-produced journals from big online retailers. Not quite what I'm looking for.
Maybe try refining your search terms a bit. Try something like custom leather journal or leather artisan.
Good call. That's better. Now I'm seeing listings for smaller businesses and individual craftspeople.
There you go. It seems like aprofitableday.com does cater to those niche markets and unique offerings. You might have to dig a little deeper, but the treasures are there.
Yeah, and these listings actually look promising. Beautiful photos of handmade journals, descriptions highlighting the artisan's skills. I can already picture my custom design.
That's the beauty of it, finding that perfect match for your specific needs. It seems like aprofitableday.com has passed the test.
So far, so good. But we've only scratched the surface. We still need to know how their mobile experience is, how effective their marketing tools are for businesses, and most importantly, are businesses actually seeing results from their listings?
Yeah, those are all great questions, and we'll need to answer them to really understand aprofitableday.com's value. Stay tuned for part 3, where we'll dive into those crucial aspects and try to uncover the full story behind this sprawling digital platform.
Okay, so we're back, And we've still got some big questions about aprofitableday.com. We've looked at the listings. We've checked out their marketing, even tried using the site. But there's one thing we haven't really talked about yet.
You mean mobile?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, these days, a website needs to be more than just a desktop experience. People are always on their phones making decisions on the go. So is aprofitableday.com actually user-friendly on mobile?
That's the big question. All right, I'm pulling it up on my phone now. Okay, first impression, it's not bad. The layout seems to adapt pretty well to the smaller screen, and the text is readable.
That's good. At least it's responsive. That's so important for a good mobile experience.
Yeah, I'm navigating through the categories now.
Mm.
It is a bit slow, but everything seems to be working. I can get to the search bar, browse listings, even view photos and videos. No major issues so far.
Okay, so the functionality is there. Maybe they could work on the speed and responsiveness a bit.
Yeah, I agree. It's not the most polished mobile experience out there, but it gets the job done. Okay, so let's switch gears for a second. Let's think about things from the business owner's perspective. What kind of tools and support does aprofitableday.com offer to help them, get the most out of their listing?
Yeah, that's a key question because beyond just having a listing, businesses need ways to track their performance, engage with potential customers, and ultimately see a return on their investment.
Right, it's got to be worth it for them. I see a section called Business Resources on their site. Let's see what they've got.
I'm curious to see what kind of advice they're giving. Like, how are they helping businesses maximize their online presence?
Okay, scrolling through. Looks like they have articles on SEO, social media marketing, even creating online ads.
Wow, it's like a whole marketing crash course.
Yeah, kind of.
That's smart, though. By providing these resources, they're really empowering those businesses, giving them the knowledge to take control of their marketing.
Exactly. They've also got some case studies and testimonials from businesses that have supposedly seen success using the platform. Of course, it's all positive, but it's still interesting to see those real-world examples.
Yeah, those testimonials can be really convincing, especially if they come from businesses in similar industries. It's a way for aprofitableday.com to build trust and show that their platform can actually deliver results.
Okay, so what about analytics? Do businesses get any data on how their listing is performing? Like how many people are viewing it, clicking their contact info, things like that?
Yeah, that's the dream, right? Having those data-driven insights to track progress and fine-tune your strategy.
Let's see, there's a section called Listing Statistics. Businesses can see how many views their listing has gotten, and they can see how many times their website link has been clicked.
Okay, so that's a start. It's good to know how many people are seeing your listing and showing some interest, but ideally they'd also have data on how many of those views are turning into actual leads or customers, right?
Yeah, that would be ideal. I'm not seeing that level of detail here, though. Seems like aprofitableday.com is still behind when it comes to providing really comprehensive analytics.
Yeah, that's definitely a downside. Without that conversion data, businesses are kind of left guessing about how effective their listing really is.
All right, so it's a mixed bag. They offer some helpful resources and basic analytics, but they could definitely improve in that area.
Yeah, I agree. But overall, it seems like they're at least trying to help businesses succeed.
Okay, time for the million-dollar question. Would you recommend aprofitableday.com to a business owner trying to grow their online presence?
That's tough to say. It really depends on a lot of factors. Their industry, their target audience, their budget, their goals.
Okay, so let's break it down. What are the pros?
Well, like we said, they offer a large and diverse platform. They reach a wide audience, and they cater to various industries, so businesses have the opportunity to showcase themselves to a potentially global market.
And they've got those extra services, like the reputation management and the marketing resources, which could be a big help for businesses that don't have their own marketing team.
Exactly. And for a pretty low monthly fee, businesses get a basic listing and access to those resources. So it's a good starting point for businesses with a tight budget.
Okay, but what about the cons? We talked about the limited analytics. What else?
Well, one concern is the sheer volume of listings on the platform. With so much competition, it can be hard for a business to stand out.
Right. It's like trying to get noticed in a crowded room.
Exactly. And that's where having a strong marketing strategy and a clear brand identity comes in. Businesses need to create compelling listings that highlight what makes them unique.
And they can't just rely on aprofitableday.com alone, right? They need to be promoting themselves on other platforms too.
Absolutely. aprofitableday.com can be a helpful tool, but it's not a magic solution. It's one piece of a larger puzzle.
So what's the final verdict? Is aprofitableday.com worth it?
It has potential, but it's not a guaranteed path to success. It could be a good resource for businesses that are looking to expand their online presence, especially those with limited budgets and marketing expertise.
But they need to be realistic, right? Aprofitableday.com is just a platform. It's not a marketing agency.
Yeah.
They provide the tools, but it's up to each business to use them effectively.
And just like with any investment, businesses need to track their results, analyze their return on investment, and be willing to adapt their approach if needed.
Okay, so here's a question for our listeners. In a world dominated by search engines and social media, do traditional business directories like aprofitableday.com even matter anymore? Or are they a thing of the past?
That's a great question, and the answer, like most things, is complicated. The way we use the internet has definitely changed, but the need for businesses to be found hasn't.
And aprofitableday.com is trying to adapt, offering that mix of traditional listings and modern marketing tools.
Whether they'll succeed in the long run depends on their ability to keep innovating, to keep providing value, and to stay ahead of the curve.
And ultimately, the decision of whether or not to use aprofitableday.com is up to each individual business owner.
They need to weigh the pros and cons, consider their goals, and decide if it's the right fit for them.
Well, that's all the time we have for our deep dive into aprofitableday.com. We've covered a lot of ground, from their huge list of businesses and their marketing services to their mobile experience. We even talked about the bigger picture, their role in the ever-changing digital world.
We've definitely uncovered some valuable insights, raised some thought-provoking questions, and hopefully given you a better understanding of this complex platform.
So until next time, keep those minds curious and happy deep diving.